Good morning. It's Mark Schinnerer from the porch again today with your Monday mentor. It's the start of another week. I hope you're going to have a great week. I hope you planned a great week. This week, I'm talking about being smarter. Talking about how to set smarter goals. Yesterday, we talked about the S. So SMARTER is an acronym. Yesterday we talked about the S, that they need to be specific. But why do you need to set goals? Why do you need goals in your life? Because they are essential for your success. How will you ever know how will you ever know when you get to where you want to go if you don't know where you're going? That's what a goal is. It's nothing more than a roadmap. It's nothing more than a GPS, and I'll talk about all those things. Your goals are the path to your hopes and dreams. We all have hopes and dreams. You have hopes and dreams for your life, for your family. You think about it all the time. A lot of times it's, man, I wish I could, or if only I had, or if only we could. We talk in those terms a lot. And we have these hopes and dreams that we really want. Goals help you get there. Goals create the path to get there. And if they're written down, talked about that yesterday. If they're written down, you have a 42% greater chance of achieving those goals if you'll write them down. They have to be written in a very special way in order for them to be effective. But once you know how to write goals, and that's what I'm teaching you this week, all week long, teaching the SMARTER framework. So there's seven letters in SMARTER, so there's 7 days this week. Yesterday we talked about your goal needs to be specific. It can't be just a want or a wish. It can't be, well, I want that new car, or I wish I had a better job. It can't be a want or a wish. It has to be something specifically that you want. So when you write a goal for a new car, you need to write it down as if it exists, and you need to describe it. Make and model, color, size of the engine, what kind of tires you have, color of the interior, the sound system, whatever you really, really, really want in that car. If you will describe it in your goal as you want it to be, and you say, I have and then describe it. You might say, but Mark, I don't have that. No, you don't. That's why you set a goal. And your goal has to be written as though it exists. Because once you do that and you write it as though it exists, your subconscious mind goes to work to figure out how to make that happen. So don't let it be just a want or a wish. Be very specific. If you want a new job, be specific about the job that you want, where you want to live if you want to move. If you want a new house, be very specific about the house that you want to live in. How big it is, what color is it, where is it, on what street is it, how many bedrooms does it have, what color are the floors, the walls, what kind of flooring does it have. All of those things. Be very, very, very specific about what it is you want. Okay, that was yesterday. Today, so yesterday was S, specific. Today is M, so this is SMARTER, SM, for measurable. Your goal needs to be measurable. Now you've got a specific thing that you want to achieve. Very specific. Now you have to make it measurable. If you don't know where you're going, how will you know when you get there? As they say, you can't manage what you can't measure. That's why in business there are so many tools to track our progress. Because we have a goal that we want to achieve in business. Maybe it's dollars of sales. And so you're tracking the amount of sales, or maybe it's the number of sales, maybe it's the number of customers this week. And you track that so you can see how you're doing in reaching your goal, because you know if you have enough sales, you'll reach your goal. So it has to be measurable. It allows you to measure your progress. Like it says, how do you know you're going to get there if you don't know where you're going. And once you know where you're going, you're going to have a way to measure how you're going to get there. You want to know how you're going to hit this goal. You're going to want to know when you get there so that you can celebrate and say, woohoo, I hit my goal, I made it. I call it the GPS for success. You know what GPS is, and we've kind of forgotten a little bit about what GPS, global positioning satellites. You used to have to access the GPS system on phones years ago. Now it's in the Google Maps app, and it just does it pretty much automatically for you. When you go into Google Maps, it gives you the measurement. When you put in the destination, which is a very specific, you put in the address of where you want to go, that's very specific. It gives you not only the direction how you're going to get there, which is the plan, but it tells you what time you're going to arrive. It tells you how long it's going to take you. It tells you how many miles it is. And then as you go, if you're headed off across the country, as you go and you watch that map app, it's measuring your progress. So you can see how many miles you've gone, how many are left. You can see how much total time it's going to take you to get there and how much time is left. It is the perfect tool to teach you how to set goals that you can achieve. So think of it in those terms. Write your goal specific like you would in the map app. You tell it, I want to go to this address. Or this is the address. This is my goal. You put it in. It knows where you're starting from. And then it calculates how to get there. Calculates miles, calculates time. And then it shows your progress. And it's sitting there right in front of you. You can see it as you progress. That's the beauty of having goals. And that's the beauty of having a written goal and a written way to track your progress. If you don't have written goals, you're missing out on a huge opportunity to achieve what you really want in your life. Written goals create action. When you went into that Google Maps app and you typed in the address of where you are going, you just wrote your goal down. Now you can see it. Google Maps knows. A lot of people know. And it's showing you how to get there. And by writing it down, you have a 42% greater chance of getting there. Now, in Google Maps, you probably have almost 100% chance of getting there in some way or another. If you run into a roadblock, it'll give you new directions. So, that's really a really cool example of setting goals the right way. But remember, when you write your goal, you write it down as if it exists. So in Google Maps, you don't say, well, I want to go to a house on a street in Austin, Texas, and so, take me there. No, you give it the exact address. So you write down the place that exists that you want to go, and it takes you. I'm using the example this week of when I lost my weight. I wrote my goal, told you this yesterday. My goal was very specific. I said, I weigh 195 pounds. It's very specific. At the time I weighed 240, probably about 240. I said, I weigh 195 pounds. So I wrote it as if it existed, and my mind automatically went to, wow, okay, let's get him there. But it was measurable. I put a weight on it. I put 195 pounds. So at any point in time, I can stand on the scales, which I did every day, stand on the scales and look at the number and see how much I weigh. And I can measure my progress. And you should be able to track it. I had an app on my phone where I was tracking the weight, and it would show me the graph. And yeah, it went up and down, but mostly down over time. If it went up, I knew I kind of messed up and I had to fix it. So it's a great way to track your progress. It tells you if you get off track when you're tracking your progress. If you have a way to measure your progress to your goal and you get off track, it will tell you, and you can make the adjustments you need in order to get back on track and to get headed towards your goal. So, this week, I'm teaching you how to get smarter. Get smarter in setting your goals. I created a very, very simple template for you where you can keep track of all of these steps this week, and putting it in the comments here below. So just click on that link and go get it. It's a one page. It's very simple, and it will help you remember and walk you through the framework of setting smarter goals this week. Keep it in front of you. Take notes so that you can set goals that are actionable, so that you can set goals that you will actually be able to achieve. That's the beauty of this framework. It teaches you how to set goals that you can actually achieve. They'll no longer be a want or a wish. They will be an actual goal. Very specific, and today, measurable. That's your Monday Mentor for today. Measure what goes on in your life, measure your goals, and you'll find your way getting closer to the goal that you set, and you'll love the progress that you make. I will be back again tomorrow and have another step in the Smarter framework. Y'all have a great day.